Good day, grade 8. Today we'll be looking at consumption and decision making. So get your books ready on page 105, and we'll be reading through this and analyzing this information that's being shared with us today. So also get your pens ready to annotate certain information. So here we see who is a consumer. It says here, every person who goes and buys a product or a service is referred to as a consumer. So anyone who buys a product or gets a service, they are the people referred to as a consumer. Each person, therefore, plays an important role in affecting the economy of a nation. So whether you're a business, whether you're an individual, everybody contributes to the economy of a nation. All individuals purchase various things such as food, clothes, and gadgets. They also pay for services such as phone connections, electricity, money transfer, and many others. But all consumers depend on a certain income, and if they don't manage their income wisely, they wouldn't be able to fulfill all their needs and wants. So here it tells us also about, yes, everybody is a consumer. Every individual adds or contributes to the economy, but everybody is responsible for their decision making, okay? Managing one's income. Your income is the money that you earn. When people have a fixed income, they will have to think of the best possible ways to spend it. Now, grade 8's a fixed income is an income that you receive monthly. They also have to decide whether they want to spend the whole sum or whether they want to save a certain amount for other future plans. The income of the individual falls under two main categories: the disposable income and the discretionary income. Okay, we need to know the difference between those two. In addition to these categories, the stony or property a person inherits is also of major effect on what the individual spends. Sorry, grade 8, I couldn't see that word so nicely. Okay, sorry, the money. The money or property a person inherits. Now, the money or property, what you inherit, is what you receive, for example, from your forefathers or from your fathers. Okay, what you get from someone. Okay, what you inherit, what you get after death or something. That is also important. A disposable income. What is a disposable income? It is the amount of money that the person owns after paying all his taxes. This is the money a person uses in order to buy the various goods and services needed for his daily life. That is your disposable income. The necessities here include major needs such as food, clothes, and housing. Necessities are things that are important that you must have. And then we have, so here it explains the disposable income to us. In the next paragraph, it tells us what a discretionary income is. A discretionary income refers to the money that is left over after all expenses of the disposable income have been spent. This is the income used to pay for the luxuries and entertainment. In other words, the wants a person would like to have. So these are your needs and these are our wants. So that explains to us what a discretionary income is. In many cases, the educational level of the individual plays a major role in his income. So it depends what degree you have, okay? That will determine your income, what you earn. The higher the educational level, the better the income. Still, this does not apply to all kinds of jobs, okay? So it's a generalization, especially in today's world. Right, let's turn over to page 106. And here we read, whatever the income of the individual is, spending money depends on taking the right decision when it comes to the choices the person has to make. The basic decision to be done depends on whether this product is necessary to be bought or not. Although such a decision appears to be so simple, many consumers do hesitate when deciding to buy a product or not. This has happened to you, to me, and to every person who carries a certain product in a shop and hesitates about whether to buy the item available or not. So here, in these two paragraphs, if we had to summarize them, we could say that they are trying to explain to us the difference between needs and wants and whether things are necessary to buy or not. And here we see in the table that's been provided to us, it shows us decision making involves 3 elements. Okay, here we have our first element is choosing to spend money. Okay, this is the planning stage where you think about whether to buy a product or not. So it's choosing to spend money. There's another stage, choosing the most convenient product. Okay, many things are taken into consideration when deciding on a product. We think about things. What is easier to use? What is cheaper? And our third element is deciding what should be done with the product. This is when purchasing takes place. Okay, what am I going to do with the product? And you can read through these. It's quite interesting. Then on the next page, to summarize it, there is another reading here. And it says the decision has been made. Okay? You want to buy this product? What comes next? 2 scarce resources are part of the following stage: income and time. Before spending your income on a product, let's say a laptop, you will have to check the market for the available brands, gather enough information on the possible items that might be bought, and check the location at which such a product can be purchased. The time you spend roaming around the stores to check the product and its prices is also a cost to you. You won't be able to finish some other work during that time. So here it talks about our time that we also need to consider and our income. Whatever your decision is, it will be a rational choice built on certain solid backgrounds. When you are buying something, it is important to ensure that you are making your decision on a solid background. Okay, this is a good life skill that we can learn. A rational choice is that which is considered to be the best alternative with the greatest perceived value. Such a choice also goes towards selecting the best quality item for the least possible price in relation to the amount of money a consumer is ready to spend from his own income. After all, the consumer is mainly concerned with whatever satisfies his wants and saves him money. Okay, so this gives us an idea as to how people think, how people should think when buying a product. Okay, consumption and decision making. When people visit the market and look for specific products to gather more information about them, about their prices, they develop a consumer knowledge base. So when people shop around, okay, and we look at the best price or the best possible quality product, we then we develop a consumer knowledge base, okay? We know now what we're looking for, what things are about. Such information might not always be beneficial on the spot, but might be used later on when buying other products. When you learn more about laptops, such information might later help you purchase a computer screen. Nowadays, the internet also has grown to be an important source of such information. It helps sharpen the knowledge of the person when studying the product involved. Advertisement has developed greatly, and it works towards attracting the consumer and making him take the decision of choosing a particular product. After all, the decision is that made by the consumer only. All right, so this is quite interesting. And then we see on the next page, on page 108, that's your activity. Okay, so you need to, this is your practice exercise. Who is a consumer? Number 2, what is the difference between a disposable income and a discretionary income? Number 3, not as easy as it seems to be, buying a product passes through a lot of stages. What can help the individual buy a product? And number 4, how can consumers make a rational choice when buying a product? So it's important to not just go and look for the answer, but analyze this information, understand it in terms of real life as well, and answer neatly and in full sentences. Thank you, grade 8s. That will bring us to the end of this social studies session. And I want to urge you to keep working harder and start revising now because our exams are around the corner.